Alright, everybody, we have the Xxcha, I think is how it's pronounced. I don't know, it's really difficult and I hate the word. But the Xxcha kingdom, these guys were a peaceful species during, they're a political species, they're a defensive species. Kind of exploitive, but they can be very forceful as well. But in the fiction, they were very diplomatic even until the end, and basically paid for it. And one of their prized possession, one of the two planets that they called home, was completely devastated and laid waste. And so they've learned from that mistake, and they're while they haven't given up on diplomacy, they have realized the error of their way on relying on it completely. So these guys have really good trade agreements, 2-2s. Their starting planets are Archon Ren and Archon Tau. Tau is the one that got devastated. It's all black and crispy. Ren has 2 resources and 3 influence, and Tau has 1 of each. Their starting fleet is 2 cruisers, 3 fighters, 2 ground forces, a PDS, and a carrier. Their starting techs are kind of just generic. You have their anti-mass deflectors for moving through asteroid fields, and the envirocompensator for building 1 extra unit at space docks. Their racial tech is diplomats that cost 5 resources. Once per turn, when an opponent activates the system you control, you may spend a command counter from your strategy area to force him to instead place the command counter into his reinforcements and immediately end his action. So basically turtling. This is the turtling race, and if you like to turtle, this is your race. Their special abilities are: when executing the secondary ability of the diplomacy strategy card, you may execute the primary instead. Immediately after a political card has been drawn and read aloud, you may spend 1 command counter from your strategy area to cancel that card and force another political card to be drawn. Basically veto power. Your opponents receive -1 on all combat rolls against you during the first combat round of all space battles and invasion combat. So kind of eases the player into space combat, gives them an initial upper hand, which would be really good against somebody like the Xxcha or one of the other more aggressive races. Anyways, this is the Xxcha.